The bill to withdraw the 3 contentious farm laws has been cleared by cabinet, say sources. Sunil Prabhu joining us at this point with more on that big breaking story. We'll try and go to him in just a moment. There were indications from government sources that an overall amendment bill would be brought in to repeal the 3 controversial farm laws. And it seems that's exactly what has happened. A meeting of the Union Cabinet taking place, and they have cleared the rollback of the farm laws. Now, sources are also indicating that the Union government is thinking of extending the MSP scheme, something that has also been part of farmers' demands. We're waiting to hear details on that, of course. But the big breaking story at this point is that the bill to amend or rather to repeal the 3 farm laws has now been cleared. All right, we're waiting for my colleague Sunil Prabhu to come online to give us more details. But right now, the bill to cancel the 3 farm laws has been cleared by cabinet, is what sources are telling NDTV. Remember the Prime Minister making that sudden announcement just days ago on the occasion of Gurpurab that this is going to happen, and it seems now there is cabinet clearance for this as well. Sunil Prabhu is with us. Sunil, what more do we know?
Well, Ankita, the 2 important points. One, of course, is on the repeal of the food farm laws bill of 2021 that was cleared. It was brought as a table item. And it was cleared by the Prime Minister at the cabinet meeting. As we have been reporting earlier, it is one bill which will repeal all the 3 farm laws bills which had become a bone of contention. The Prime Minister making that announcement a few days ago, now getting post facto approval from the cabinet, which will now be brought as a bill in Parliament. There are certain provisions. For example, some petitions are pending in the Supreme Court, some in the High Court. Those, even though it will become infructus, will continue as of today, because we have to respect the independence of the judiciary on this subject, depending on whatever they decide. The second aspect, of course, is that wherever they have constituted boards and thereabouts, whatever decisions have been taken will be accepted. They will stay. Because that's part of a statutory provision when you repeal a bill, but those boards which have been constituted will stand dissolved. So that is by and large the repeal of the farm law bill. The other aspect, of course, is the food grain scheme which the Union government has decided to extend. Earlier we had no less than the Food Secretary saying that we don't plan to extend it beyond because it was a COVID provision, and we don't plan to extend it beyond November. But now, of course, the cabinet deciding to continue the extension. There have been letters written by Naveen Patnaik as well as many other chief ministers to extend the food grain scheme, and that decision has been taken by the cabinet.
Right. Now, Sunil, what are we hearing at this point about the exact dates for when, the 3 laws and the repealing of the 3 laws is likely to be discussed in Parliament? We know this has been listed, but any more information beyond that?
Well, this is something that the Business Advisory Committee of Parliament will decide.
Right.
It is a priority bill, apart from, of course, the ordinances. And I think everybody is keen on finding an early solution. The BJP themselves are very keen on an early resolution of this matter. There's another provision, of course, Ankita, as you're well aware, the MSP, which is a bone of contention. The government is working and will look at that modalities. Probably the Prime Minister would use that occasion to make an announcement when in Parliament. But those details are at work in progress, and we'll have to wait whether it will be guidelines, whether it will be statutory provisions. These are things that are being worked out, because this is another big demand that the farmers continue to agitate upon. And it's in that context that they haven't given up their agitation.
Right.
But nevertheless, this is a big step forward in that direction.